my hip hop subgenre has its antecedents in rap. Now, not all rap is to my taste, but quite a bit of it is, and I do like it. I was a student in LA, you know, during the kind of Crips Bloods thing, whatever, and when Colours came out, I was there. And upon occasion, like, we'd take a trip down to Compton and a bit of a cultural experience, and I always liked NWA, which were a bit of a supergroup because they had Ice Cube and Dr. Dre, and also liked Public Enemy. Thought they were fab, and when I came back from LA, I got a job, and we had like a beatbox kind of thing in the place where I was working, and we'd play rap all day long, and even from like when the boss was coming over, like we'd get a phone call and saying like, he's on his way over, lads, turn it off now. So, and as soon as he was gone, as he was gone, like we had it back up again. But later on, I really liked like MF Doom. Like, I thought he was amazing actually. But my favourite band is a Tribe Called Quest. Really like them. Now, like given the fact like that, I've got several songs that are in the kind of hip hop subgenre thing with kind of rap elements to them. Like, we even have a single called Origamo, and like that's kind of a fantastic kind of hip hop job. Like, but it could be a vehicle for rap also. But the thing is, I actually have a serious intersection into the kind of rap, kind of hip hop paradigm, particularly rap, by a man who has been called the protégé of Dr. Dre, believe it or not. And it's a fairly profound intersection. Before I played with my great friend Alex Klein and Jeff Gauthier, and just before I played with them, Alex Klein had a recording, his own, I think one of his first solo recordings on this LA label, and the bass player on the album was a guy called Mike Elizondo. Really, really good guy, nice guy, brilliant bassist. Mike Elizondo went on to become the producer of Dr. Dre, and he also worked with he actually wrote songs for Dr. Dre and also composed for 50 Cent, produced them and played on his records, as well as Eminem. Wrote some of Eminem's big hits, played on them, and wrote them, played on them, produced them, the whole lot. And like the way I have those low end bass lines, I just came up with that. I worked with that myself. But Mike Elizondo has a rep for those low end bass lines that he plays live. And he was on Alex's album with Jeff Gauthier. But he also collaborated with another guy I worked with, John Fumo, who's on my album On the Shore. He's a trumpeter, great guy, played with Neil Young. But he also worked with Mike Elizondo and on basically Avenged Sevenfold album where they wanted trumpet, and Mike Elizondo was actually producing the album. And even there was a situation where the bass player, Stuart Liebig, great bass player, one of the most in-demand bass players in Los Angeles. He finished the session with me. He was going to another session. He finished the gig with us. He was going to another gig. Really, really busy. And there was a point where he mightn't have made it for us. And there was talk about getting Mike Elizondo. If Stuart couldn't do it, glad Stuart did because he was magic. Stuart is an incredible bassist. But Mike is just absolutely one of the most important musicians in rap and in hip hop. Not only an incredible bass player, an incredible producer, and like, as the rubric goes, like, he is the protege of Dr. Dre. So like, serious. You could check him out and he's like an amazing guy. But again, like our kind of hip hop subgenre goes on and develops and metastasizes into other arenas and stuff like that, and we're really kind of enjoying it. And so, thank you very, very much for listening.